How's everybody doing? Today, I'm going to be bringing you my one setup for life and being the ICT turtle soup. Of course, every example I show in today's video are going to be live, taken from the Discord. I'd go ahead and try and send every trade, right, that I take, or even show, for example, that I've taken in the Discord. I don't like to, show hindsight examples or, be called a hindsight warrior. So continuing on, right? We're going to be going over our simple steps into practical trading steps and then examples on the charts showing right where I would have had my stop, where I would have tried to enter if I did get stopped, where I would have maybe re-entered. Um, Especially, I hear a lot of people saying you shouldn't re-enter one trade a day. You should be precise enough to have one trade a day. If you do end up getting stopped out, right? Me personally, I like to add into trades. So technically it's one trade a day with multiple add-ins and or, me getting stop break even and seeing, what I did wrong and go ahead and still capitalize on the day if it, makes sense and has the narrative behind it. We always like to use our when, why, and where, with that being the narrative, like we just said. We're going to be using, our higher time frame analysis down to our lower time frame. And you want to understand, right, what time frame are you trading? If you're trying to trade a monthly and weekly, you probably shouldn't be trading intraday because it's going to be a lot harder. Down to the daily and the 4 hour, right, coming down to, our lower intraday 15, 5, 1, and even sometimes the 15-second. We always want to keep in mind, do we have a strong weekly profile? What is our institutional order flow showing us? As well as where are we at in the high time frame range? Using just simple ICT concepts, where's the engineered liquidity? And where is the path of least resistance? You'll see always talking about smooth edges, and we also talk about our phantom trend lines as we saw in the last video. We like to use our IPTA look back and the cast forward. I don't use it personally so as much, but I do see people having a lot of success for it and holding long term. Me personally, if I'm holding long term, right, I'm just going to keep adding in and then, have my final draws and liquidity for the day and also not try to get stop break even on the kiss of death. Market maker models are, plain and simple, they work. So there's no choice in, for me not to use them. So is there a high time frame one as well as power at 3, right? Just something that simply works. Is there a high time frame into low time frame that gives a good narrative, into an open high, into a low close, or an open low into a high close? What I like to do is if I miss the turtle soup, is there still a valid entry, right, into the order block or into the breaker, into the FEG, right, depending on where we have an imbalance, where we should rebalance and then deliver from into our draw on liquidity and our, right, create a new higher high or lower low, reaccumulate, and then go ahead and continue with our sequence. We always like to remember time is fractal and will show the same profile on any time frame. Align yourself within the right order flow on the right time frame and, watch your vision change. Simply put, right, if you can find yourself in each manipulation leg and understand when and why the manipulation happens, you can find yourself within the distribution. Never trade inside of the accumulation. That's just simple, right, range-based trading. Trades the extremes, not inside of the middle of it. Coming to our practical trading steps, simply identify key levels, right, key highs and lows, and key order blocks, and our right higher time frame fair value gaps. Focus, on our candle bodies as well, and our candle close and opens. We want to wait for a liquidity sweep on a higher time frame into a right lower time frame as well. We look for our order block into our rejection block, right, well, not into, but we look for our order block, our rejection block formation, and right, see how we displace right from the range and back into it. For me, I like to personally trade the reaction at the rejection block. Right, I wait for an immediate reaction when price reaches the rejection block after the close into an open open low for bullish. Right, that should deliver us higher. Not getting scared that right we are close to the low, understanding that the low is protected and we should deliver higher. If there's no if there's no reaction, simply just wait for the wick to be filled to and through. Right, our order block / rejection block high or low is a protected high and low until proven otherwise. Watch for the fake soups to be souped again. For example, on the chart we'll show right how we delivered into the NWOG once, resouped, and then delivered lower. And you always want to observe efficient price delivery and confirm efficient price delivery. After our previous high, swing high is broken, did we have a breaker? Did we leave a FEG open? Right? Should we continue, higher, confirming the manipulation? Or, delivering higher or lower, depending on where our manipulation was formed, lower time frame and higher time frame. I always like to look out for a higher time frame SMT into our key liquidity levels, ensuring confirmation on a higher time frame into a lower time frame to ensure, right, you are placing yourself within the manipulation. And don't get too stuck on the SMT, right? Use it as a confluence. And some people use it, have to have it in every trade. Me personally, I don't have to have it in every trade, but it is, a very, very good confluence to go ahead and have in your arsenal, right? A lot of the times, right, both assets can deliver price efficiently, right, depending on what time and, higher time frame into the month with what news we have. Simply put, just follow the steps, systematically trade it in, not mechanically with, seeing just a simple high or low be swept and, trying long or short from there, but using your narrative, use the steps, trade the setup, and see how we deliver within the setup into the sequence. Refer to the other videos as well on how to claim a narrative and understand more in depth into when, where, and why, and right, you'll find a lot more success within the charts. Let's go ahead and hop on those and show a couple things. So following our one setup for life, right, we want to start off with what are we trading, the monthly, the daily, or the weekly, right? First off the monthly, we see, right, one, we are delivering bearishly past the low, but have SMT, right, the low. So we have an SMT on the monthly, right, and the weekly, so higher time frame, right, past the low. We come on the 4-hour time frame and the daily as well. Let me show that. Right, being not this candle, but this second candle that we knew had to deliver past this high. It's coming on the 1-hour. Right, we see our SMT lower time frame inside of our higher time frame one. And at this point, right, us delivering, right, to the rejection block on NQ, right, and past the low on ES and expanding, right, order flow is showing us that we should, one, deliver into the NWOG, right, with inside of our new range we have created. Also, coming into Monday, right, we produce, one, a high a day here that we run, but two, right, our overnight high a day with the Sunday NWOG. We do run it into, right, the Asia session, right, but we induce more liquidity, right, with smooth edges and low resistance here. And we come in on a 15-minute, right, and we see that one, we broke this high, so there should be no more delivery past this low. So we, one, if we want to put a stop here, right, we shouldn't expect this candle to be broken because we formed, right, a new higher high, soup that, delivered higher, following the turtle soup sequence. Right, we also see inside of the higher time frame range, right, with this high, well, one, the lower time frame range, excuse me, right, we see between this low and this high, right, with this low being protected and this low being protected, right, following the turtle soup sequence. One, right, sweep CSID, delivery from a rejection block, and we see on the 1 and 2 hour, right, turtle soup again, right, so we form a long wick as a rejection block, and not a super crazy long wick, but right, efficiently delivered long wick, right, we form our CSID, close above, right, deliver inside of the wick, open fair value gap, so we don't need to dig into the body. We come back on the 1 hour, right, see the same thing, deliver from the small wick, right, very efficiently with a wickless green candle, indicating, right, this low shouldn't be broken and we should take this buy side level right before this low is needed to be used, and or right before we need to use this order block. A lot of the times you'll see breakaways within this low time frame, wickless higher time frame candle. So with this low being protected, we know we don't need to run it. And like I said, I wasn't super confident in it. We see our turtle soup into, right, the overnight range we created, into London doing damn near nothing, coming into pre-market with our 6 open, coming into the 9 where we open low, then high. But we also see, right, we come into an accumulation, right, low time frame, right, in a turtle soup here. So we know we should deliver past our London low, and the PM low is the next low in question. With the London low being the key low in question, we see, right, we have our order block here, higher time frame as well. Fade the first tap, second tap, sweep a time-based low, and react very aggressively right from that low. Looking at the 15-minute open low, liquidate the low, high, close, and we don't, close through the high, but we do see the 5-minute, leave a FEG open and fill this wick to and through, right, reaccumulating and sweeping the low, delivering us higher. We're going to go ahead and show a different trade as well. Covering another example here on NQ, right, we see on the weekly, or excuse me, on the monthly. Well, we can't see the monthly at this point, but right, seeing on the weekly, right, we had an SMT below this low as well. We delete all that crap off there and didn't really think about it staying low key. Right, but we'll go ahead and rechart it. So we see here on NQ, right, we have now created a higher time frame breaker, delivered efficiently. Come on the 15-minute, right, inside the 4-hour as well. Right, reaccumulation into your London manipulation low. Right, leaving that Asian liquidity at the high. And the reason I'm showing this trade back to back with the other one is they look damn near the same, right? But we don't actually hit my final draw. We go ahead and reverse, right? Because of our weekly profile. And I wasn't paying attention, right? What order flow was showing us, low time frame inside of the high time frame. Because I was just inside of a trade nonchalantly, right? Just letting it drag on to take profit. And, that's my own fault. And, I need to look better there and, just do better on that. Where we do see, right, that higher time frame SMT, form here. Right, but same type of thinking. We see us accumulate, right, manipulate, deliver efficiently. So this low should be protected, right, delivering from our lower time frame breaker inside of, right, our 4-hour, right, breakaway gap. So we should reaccumulate overnight, right, London manipulation, right, and leave the high above for later. Right, like we talked about, smooth edges, long wick. We are bullish. We should fill it to and through. Open low, high of our 9 a.m. SMT, right, the London low. I don't care that it technically made, equal lows. Right, we did sweep the body, and on the 4-hour, right, the rejection block, was pretty valid. Inside of the 1-hour, rejecting pretty quickly, right, coming down just one more time to, re-deliver. We also formed the SMT right below these lows, right? So just sweeping the low resistance, right? Then delivering us higher. We also see on the 1-minute, right? We come below the body as well. Let me delete that. Right, being, that line to the left. So we, soup this body here as well. You see the dash to the right with us barely poking under it. So we see within our high into our low of our range, where are we? We'll get a video on this soon with our, ICT golden pocket. So either between this high or this low, right? Either way, it's within side EQ. you know, and, you know, just for, right, protected low, protected high, right, still come in and, right, tap it beautifully. So we went ahead and took long here inside of the, right, SMT in the open low of the 5-minute, right, into the 15-minute, right, 930, right, spool. Right, we have our pre-market accumulation, right, with one, data news with our unemployment claims, right, and a redelivery lower, higher time frame accumulation, right, excuse me, lower time frame accumulation, manipulation higher, delivery past our low resistance, with our higher time frame accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and that's what the plan was, but this actually wasn't the higher time frame. We actually went ahead and reversed this, like I said, with the higher time frame SMT and delivered lower. Right, I just wasn't on my, you know, tippy toes getting ready for it. Right, like we show here, and then delivering lower. We also, right, see, right, that this, you know, even was our low-hanging fruit into this high. And, you know, see as well, right, coming to the 1 minute, right, that there wasn't, you know, damn near any 1 minute entry, right, being honest with you, but even still, right, our reaccumulation, sweep of the low into our breaker after, right, the 5-minute close into, right, another delivery higher past these highs. So even, you know, using that as a second leg would have been able to work, right? But, you know, after we deliver that, right, we should, you know, break this high here. We don't. So price, you know, should rebalance lower and or, right, continue to deliver. We see into our open, you know, our 10 a.m. It goes open, high, right? And then we continue lower into our low close. Right, we also see, you know, here where our key breaker is formed and our key level, right, delivering from, and the higher time frame SMT inside the lower time frame inside the higher time frame. Coming into our final example is going to be a trade I sent out for Bitcoin in the Discord. I don't trade crypto a lot, but I do like trading Bitcoin because it is super clean. Right, keeping everything in mind, like our order flow, higher time frame range, where's the liquidity engineered, right, is there a high time frame market maker profile, and if I miss the soup, is there a valid entry? Right, missing the soup below the slow, higher time frame accumulation, right, seeing the weekly as well, right, fighting both sides, and right, seeing us wick and close back, you know, and still just higher time frame accumulating with inside the range. We do see we have delivered past our high and not displaced past it, but we have, right, engineered buy side liquidity. Coming into our daily, right, we don't see a close above with our CSID, but like we like to see, right, we see a long wick, right, and a rejection past EQ, delivering, right, no close into OTE, and on the weekly as well, right, rejection block, and daily, right, long wick reacting to 50%, and OTE, right, 4-hour CSID delivering efficiently, right, we come in and deliver higher, right, fading the FEG kids, coming into the 1 hour, right, we see our low resistance, our come back into the range, our protected low shows us that we shouldn't have to deliver past this low, right? And this is our anticipated failure swing low time frame for the higher time frame, anticipated failure swing into our rejection block as well. You know, on the 4-hour delivering higher. With our anticipated 4-hour failure swing, right, and the rejection block here, higher lower time frame with this 4-hour wick, we then see us, right, induce more liquidity on the highs, right, low resistance all through here. So then we go ahead and, right, induce more, break lower, form another, you know, high probability, high resistance low, and right after this point, right after I didn't see a strong rejection, right, from EQ, right, I see us form another order block here, right, leaving the FEG behind, right, anticipating a breaker to be formed on the higher time frame. Form the order block. Lower time frame, I entered, right, reacting on the lower time frame wick here. Right, induced liquidity, right, accumulation, right, reaccumulation. Breaker formed here, right, lower time frame. Right past this high. Fill in our long wick to and through. Reaccumulating, souping, delivering higher, putting in our high resistance high from high time frame to low time frame. Shouldn't be souped. Right, same thing. Reaccumulation, redelivery to our higher time frame order block. Right, FEG left open. Right, even if you don't see this, you gotta see it. FEG left open. I don't care about the long wick, like I said. Reaccumulation, right? Soup, breaker, delivering higher. Breaker's now created. CS failed to close below OTE. Right, and I could add it in all the way up, right? But just one entry, stop loss below the protected low. And, right, we rode that one position to this high, right, through the low resistance. Right, one through this high. Then we come on the daily. Right, through this high as well into our weekly rejection block. Right here. Let's see if we can get the candle to move. Cut it right here, and I'll come back to where we hit position. Sorry about that. Here we go. You see right to the body where I was able to take profit. And like I said, I went ahead and showed everything here in the Discord, and even right when I was entered here, right, calling it long. Breaker formed, deliver higher, right, swing low, bam, just keep delivering higher into our wick, right, where we took profit literally here, right at the top before the reversal. And this reversal did end up stopping us break even, but we might be cooking up another reversal just with the higher time frame seek and destroy inside the range, and then delivering higher. But we'll see what we do. I'm not here to call months in advance. It's not really my thing. I'll just react what off I see, and hopefully not be able to take a loss. Being confident in my trading abilities, and the one set up for life. Continuing forward, right, I've kind of covered everything, like we see here. If you can't spot your higher time frame accumulation, right, you can either count this whole leg as one, right, and then this is one too, but we don't finish out this buy model, right, like I said, into the weekly. So you could look at the daily, right, and see this as well into a weekly PD array, but right, like we said, weekly to using time frame alignment, right, weekly to 4 hour, right, CSID is created, enter here, right, after this failure swing into the rejection box form, that's protected, and you can go ahead and enter once we start displacing higher. Late entry because it was like 4 in the morning. No, it was actually 4 p.m. Sometime like that, right? I was just able to see it and right enter my position and be able to hold past right these low resistance highs into these key highs here, which is our turtle soup, accumulation, manipulation, distribution into delivery to the order block, right, with efficient price delivery. If we are bearish, right, we shouldn't deliver past these highs, but these highs can be ran, and that's as well into the higher time frame range of above OTE, and right, like on a daily, we might have technically failed to close. We did chill in here for a little bit, right, but we let's go ahead and see if we did. Right, we did close above OTE, right, but on a weekly, I don't think we did. I guess we did, but right, we do form right a 3 candle model, accumulation, right, closure, and then delivery lower, and it's not really a 3, but you guys see what I mean there. right? And then, right, we just, start delivering from the sell model, and, right, this turtle soup here, right, with that, these highs being our key high into the higher time frame key high, right, return back in the range, right, and then here, your breaker's created, because you've broken your turtle soup low, um, right, and, even if you have this, right, come back to EQ and enter here, stop above here, right, expecting this to be left open with the breakaway gap, right, and then delivering, past that low, probably coming in, right, yeah, and then protected low, right, and then delivering lower. And, all you gotta do at that point is just, spot the institutional, price delivery with, balanced price range, right, see here, we deliver sell side, or excuse me, right, we deliver buy side into sell side, balanced price range, doesn't need the high to be broken, we return lower. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, right, dropping a little sauce right there at the end if you stayed. Like I said, everything we take is live in the Discord, and, if you want to join, right, it's in the description, you can join for free and, see what we're cooking up. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Y'all have a great one.